On the joyride with myself, Mbuso, Ngobese. That's a beautiful gem there from the Queen of the Palace. Beautiful voice indeed, beautiful band, beautiful bass guitar, beautiful, everything there is beautiful. Beautiful vocalist as well. Yeah, it is beautiful day as well today. As you know, it is 2 of September. Welcome to spring. To spring. Yeah, summer is loading. The celebrating I am last week, last month, so it's been a great month, and now we are starting young and Masigo in our country celebrating Masigo. It is a cultural month. Ndekanja rusula makunyanga yamagugu. Yeah, ngakho ke kuzoba mnandi nje kulenyanga. Sibone ke ama-tribe ngokuhlukahlukana kwawo. Ngendlela abagqoka ngakhona. Indlela ke abaphamisa ngabo isiko labo. We are looking forward to that one. Namaka nembizo ezoba khona in different places, and siyazi ke sabhizi ne-COVID-19 isivimbela, but ke siyathemba ukuthi kazoba khona lawo nalawo because isiko lethu njengamaZulu isiko lihle thina abantu bakwaZulu. Sesibona nabanye abasuka eSuoane, abeSuthu, abeTswana, amapedi, amaXhosa nabo begqoke kamnandi be celebrate. It's beautiful, but eyethu as amaZulu nathi as amaZulu siyayiqhenya ngayo uma kuthiwa ke the Zulu nation. It is whereby ke nathi busy senza njalo sidlala into zesintu sitshengisa ukuthi ke siqhamukaphi nendawo. Akho ke kuba njalo nje asonke isikhathi sike sithole celebrate ke. So siyajabula kakhulu ukuthi ke sikusenyangeni yamagugu noma kunzima ke ukuthi amagugu ke ethu celebrate kahle since ke isimo sika nje sikwi COVID-19 business lockdown, but ke we are hoping ukuthi yonke into izohamba ngendlela esifuna ihambe ngayo. Yeah, it is a beautiful day indeed. Mhla ka-2 September azi ukuthi ke nawo la khona right happy ujabulile futhi ke kuningi okwenza ukuphumelelayo. Sibonge lapha na ke hlale shisa from lento zebiza ngolokhuzana. Lento zoyena ebizwa ngokuthi ke it is sport bars. It's the sport bars. She's the sport bars. Enza kahle kakhulu ke lapha lensizwa lena ke ngibiza mina ngoLion Lion lapha bephethe uhlelo lumnandi kakhulu, and inesiphiwo liyanzizwa le. Continue to listen to him as well. Bazokuthi ke uzokunikeza sport yakho esipheleleyo. Manje ke sicela lapha ngolesibili sikhuluma nge-career wise ukuthi ke just check ubheke ukuthi ama-career amaningi aya nokuyaphelwa isikhathi manje. If uqala ucheck i-career enza sure ukuthi ke ubheke i-career ezokusustaina uze ufike la khona kuphela khona uthando kuba uma-career because sonke sawahambe retire. And abahlele emakhaya retire because we're just tired ukwenza into bebeyenza. Yeah, Siqhubeka sibheke izinto ezenzakalayo kwezentengo lakhe njengoba linjena nje izwe. Sibheke ukuthi kwenzakalani. Sibalokhu ngiforward-ke nokuvota as IEC still waiting ukuthi ke confirm ukuthi date kahle yokuvota inini. Njengoba September, I think kumele kube ngo-October, but they are still pushing ukuthi be next year February. So gotta check on our top stories as well, see what is happening in our country and in other countries, and checking ukuthi ke kuphi okunye okusha esingakwazi. Siqale kule eyenzekile yahluka. Ezino ukuthi ke nyanga wezokuyisine kuhle kakhulu ukuthi siphinde siqhumeze bethu besifazane ngendlela abenza izinto zabo noshintsho abalifakayo. Khumbula there was fresh from her exit as a member of a Democratic Alliance, Mbuso Van Dam hasn't completely left the political spectrum, but is now involved in a totally different area. So the former political who now works as an independent consultant has teamed up with the media and civil society organization Right to Know and Code for Africa establishing a witness as well as a clinical psychologist, a neuro scientist and a cognitive behavior therapist. So Dr. David Rosemanton to launch an anti-disformative and misformative project for the upcoming local government election. So the project partners said that they will maintain their independence and on a voluntary basis collaborate to tackle disformation and the lead up to the elections. So each brings a variety of skills, expertise, tools, resources, and experience. These include disformation policy, fact-checking, research, data science, behavioral science, psychology, civil technology, communication rights, and advocacy. So the project has three components. Yokuqala is this disformation monitoring and combating, focusing on online political discourse, messaging emanating from political parties and government, advocacy focusing on big tech, IP firms, and the use of video technology to expose human rights abuses and combat disformation. And one is behavioral science aimed at understanding the believability of disformation in South Africa. So while accountability is high on the agenda, the partners said that the project was in no way intended to infringe on the right of South Africans to express their views freely online. So they said that we will carefully monitor and advocate against any attempts of censorship, particularly by the government. This has been concerning a clampdown on social media by African leaders, digital authoritarianism. So they said that as well as if you are posting something on social media, maybe your own point of view, sometimes you get blocked or you got your account suspended. So now I think they want to intervene on that one. So it is the first phase. The project will focus on public education about disformation and misformation in its nature, identifying it and associated terms. Yeah, I like this one. And again, for democracy, the effects of online disformation and misformation have been identified by experts as a major threat. So during election season, disformation is often spread to screw public discourse and manipulate voters for an election to be free and fair. Voters need to have accurate information about parties, candidates, and other factors in order to inform their voting decision. For this to happen, deformation needs to be removed from the equation. I like this project that is going to happen. As I'm a South African, especially about the voter, because we have right to vote, but there are a lot of things that are behind that you don't even know. Like after voting, we don't know like our rights, but we know that we have a right to vote. But after voting, there's some other rights for us that keep on we keep on losing them. You see, after voting, it is very hard even to go and talk to our government. But who put the government in a government's chair? It's us as voters. But we can't even have a way to our president. He can't even come to our community. But the time they are doing their campaign of election, they come to our houses, door to door, talk to us, asking some questions to us, giving us some food parcel, and even promising us to build us RGB houses, bringing pure water, bringing good roads, providing jobs. Okay, this is their promises before we vote. But after voting, we can't say wait. That's how I understand it. This is my own point of view. Which after we voted, we can't have a say. We can't confront our government, and even our government is not coming to us. As we remember, we've been through a looting as was happening in Durban and Johannesburg. But even on social media, we've tried to make sure that's okay. We share information, things that are happening. But what happened is that no one was attending us. Even shooting that was happening on Phoenix, it took a time for our police commander would take such an action, but we were trusting that once this thing starts, we were hoping that someone will intervene and stop the situation. But instead, it was just like quiet as it is. Even right today, we have some questions about what is happening about those people, and that they were killing people in Phoenix. And the second thing that we have is that we've seen Mbuso as the one they were saying that was one of the person who was pushing this thing of looting and destroying our properties. But we've seen Ngobese attending Iqala in Kantolo. We've seen him getting arrested. But I was Phoenix. Even other people went to Verolem to check if the customers of Kantolo, but they were not allowed to get into court to see who is there, who is arrested. You see, I think our right in that position, they lose. Because I think everyone has a right to get into court. And see if victims to make sure yes, we have no idea, we didn't see them. Even today, we don't know them. But other people, they can be a court. Suoane didn't happen through the Phoenix massacre. So all those things, I think I'm right. So I'm happy if umuntu wesifazane takes a stand, okay. There's something that's fishy there in terms of voting, school, all those things. Bafuna umuntu bafuna indlela ukuthi bebe independent, like IEC independent. But to check, like it is also confusing in our country. Our country is a very different country. We know that all over the world there is corruption, but I think our country is more or less number one. I'm not sure, but still, when it comes to counting votes, we still have one independent party who is counting votes for the whole country. What if they are corrupt? What if they count their voting not in the right way? You remember, when it comes to matric exam paper marking, maybe but not less than 2 teachers marking the paper. So the first teacher marks the paper, and other one comes and marks and write the same paper, and maybe the next one comes and marks the same paper. So you got maybe 2 to 3 abantu abaconfirmile ukuthi okay, this answer was wrong, this answer was right, before you got the result. So in our country we have one political, one independent party that is counting our votes. What if they have mistakes? Who is covering their mistakes? So I think now this organization that is being formed by women, her name is Phumzile Van Dam. So what a name! What a surname though, Phumzile Van Dam. Yeah. So she's the former of a Democratic Alliance, which is good. Those people that have an experience, they want to make sure with the justice in terms of it. So we are really happy. I want to follow on the story and see what kuzokwenzakala as the qhubeka beyenza ukuthi ke it is formation monitoring and again misformation nayo futhi sedinga because ningi izinto ohlangana nazo ngendlela uthi uyayiqala uthola ukuthi kuthiwa no kumele ngabe la ufuna ngabe uqale lapha, but all the time no information ayibekwe in public. Officials should be in public. Like me now, as South African, I don't think can have a permit yomuntu ofuna ukudayisa by the road besilisa ngama-hawkers yabo abantu abadayisa duze komgwaqo. I don't think kufanele ngabe kube khona i-permit yokwenza lokho, kodwa once you start doing it, cops comes and tell you that where's the permit of operating here, and like no, I don't have a permit. I had no idea that you need to have a permit to sell my fruit for 20 rands, but they need permit. Okay, after asking, after they ask what we need a permit, at the end of the day you go and apply for a permit. It takes years. Then why? Okay, even if this information is not in the public, but we should have a department whereby if you want to have a permit, operating permit, you go then get it maybe in 2 weeks, like driver's license. You see, it mustn't be like long waiting list. As long as the place is available and no one is owning the place is free. It should happen like instant, because we that's how we sometimes we try to have our own living by selling something, because everyone outside is selling. You can take selling for granted, but I salute those mothers that are on the road are busy selling food, selling fruit. They are understanding the system, which in terms of having something, you have to sell something, because without selling something, it's like you're running away from money, because everything outside there is all about selling. It's a selling system. Buy and sell. You work, after working, the one that you're working for is selling something. It's either they're selling a stock or they're selling a service, but they are selling. So it is a system that is happening, and it's a system that is working. And we cannot be able to run away from the system that is working. To make money, you render a service or you are selling something. But only to find if you are trying to start your own business, someone is chasing you away from where you are working. Where is the permit? Where is the permit? And no wonder Indians, they are mostly selling in their houses, having their tax shop inside their houses, just because I think they failed to have a permit in the right time. It's just discouraging a lot to start something with an enthusiasm, determinism, needs an inner drive. You want to get there, but only to find someone comes and tell you, I need a permit to work here. Oh, a permit? Yes, what permit? I'm from South Africa, I'm a citizen. So I think this organization that they are trying to start, they will be there for those issues that we currently facing. As I was saying, after voting, our rights is dismisses. But if voting will about to start, then we see people talking about our human rights, our right. We have right to have food. We have right to have water. But we have right to have electricity. But when you go to rural areas, you find something else. There is no electricity. There is no road. But tolls are just there. That's too much. If you can just count how much each toll makes a day, in 24 hours, maybe if you have no idea, you can ask me. I can give you an example of which, If Mbuso Stadium seats 85,000 seater, then count from R1. If the ticket is R1, that means it's 85,000 per day. It's just 85,000 if an entrance fee is R1. Money they collect. They can collect 85,000 rand. You see, remember again, if there's a Chiefs and there's a Kaizer Chiefs and the Orlando Pirates game plays in Mbuso Stadium or in FN Stadium. FN Stadium fits 95,000 people. That means R1 entrance, 95,000 rand. But when we go to the stadium, we pay like 65 rand per ticket or 85 rand, it depends. It's VIPs as well, VVIPs. But let's say the ticket is 45 rand to enter in Mbuso Stadium. Then count from now on with 85,000, 85 seater times 45 rand. Then we'll see how many millions there. Then goes to toll gate. How many tolls we have in South Africa? Let's take Umarin Hill Toll Plaza. That's where my trucks are. It seems like it's a busy toll gate. It's Umarin Hill Toll Plaza as well as Mboti Plaza. Those toll gates are very busy. As well as Umthunzini. Umthunzini is very expensive. River, you go to Johannesburg. Because they are expensive, more expensive. But all those money, they are saying that it's money to repair the road. But even if you drive here in township, you find something with Pokauko, right? If you go to rural areas, there is no road. And you ask yourself, where does that money go to? Who is owning that money for tolls? Because they are making billions. Billions. And I'm giving you an example which is count from stadium. Which if most of it is and the Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs, they are playing. In 2 hours, the ticket are paying already couple of millions in their account. What about every day? Because it's like we are pledging toll gate. Every time we go past, we pay. But in order to and matter of license in 5 years, in 2 years, PDPs, all those money are with Department of Transport, but so we need those answers, and the organization, once they are will be happy about it. Because nothing of my question is just what submit. Okay. Hey, I look at the topic because it's very important, and today it's women's time whereby and so we need to embrace them as well. If and we have to tell this that 2 more people have been arrested in connection with the murder of Gauteng Department of Health official Babita Dio Eren. So this development was announced by the police minister Becky Ellen on Thursday, which is today afternoon, while visiting Umlazi in KwaZulu-Natal. So Dio Eren was a key witness in the special investigative unit probe into personal prospective equipment corrupt in the provincial health department. So she was killed outside here, Johannesburg, South her home in August in what is believed to be a hit. So the latest arrest bring to 9 total number of people taken in since the murder investigation began. So only 6 of them appeared in court as police did not have sufficient evidence against the 7 suspects. So we got that here. At the same time, Minister Cele has said that one of the victims from the most recent shooting in Umlazi, KwaZulu-Natal, had just been released from prison. So he said it appeared there was a celebration to welcome him back to the community when a group of unknown gunmen attacked them. And that is really Pamela Stegefus is there. The killing of 11 within a week in Umlazi has sparked fear of further attacks in the area. So on Sunday, 6 people were shot and killed in SU section. 2 days later, 3 gunmen opened fire inside the house in W section, killing 5 people. 3 others were seriously wounded. And then police are investigating the motive, but no arrest has been made. Police Minister Pekela is due to visit the area on this day, of which he visited as well. And also, all those things, I don't know why these shootings are happening. And all umuntu owazi ukuthi kwenzakalani noma anokhuleka ofisa ukuthi ngakhulekela izime kanje ukuthi ziye kuwenzeka. Can be grateful for that one. You are still listening to Carito Joy Right show with myself, Mbuso Ngobese. So yeah, currently what's going to happen is 4:30. I have a beautiful gem from Dr. Msomi eti something cool has come. So we can enjoy this gem. What is Buya? Yabuya siqhubeka siya kwi-topic namhlanje ezothi nje ezokusuku lesifazane to encourage abantu abasha ukuthi ke why actually we have to listen to omama bethu ezibesizala. Wanna just emphasize on that because siyazi ukuthi umuntu ubusiwe umntwana labazali bakhe. So that is very important ukuthi sikhulume ngayo lo ndaba ukuthi ke sensakhula nathi sileminyaka sekuyona ayiminingi kakhulu kodwa siyabona ukuthi there is a progress, there is a way forward in terms of listening abazali. Very important. So can I check on that one ukuthi ke why is important, why should we listen to our parents? Yeah. So this is the last one that we need to know right now. The cabinet has approved the extension of the national state of disaster until 15 October as the country continues to battle the coronavirus pandemic. The cabinet was briefing it at its regular meeting on Wednesday by the Department of Health on the progress of the vaccine rollout campaign. Prime Minister in Presidency Ngobese on Thursday gave details of the outcome of the cabinet meeting. So he also confirmed that the government was looking at the possibility of vaccine passports as one of the number of ways of containing the pandemic. So Ngobese said that by the end of August, more than 12.5 million people had received 1 or 2 vaccination against COVID-19. So yeah, we got that here. There is a ask whether the government was considering introducing so-called vaccine passports. So the minister had this to say. The approach of government is that in dealing with the measures against COVID-19, we must be as indiscriminate as possible. We must be as projective as possible and scientific rationale must govern us. But the issue of vaccine passport is one of the innovative ideas that are going to be attended to as we look at a digital package of innovative ideas on how to set the country free so that the economy can start flourishing. Okay, time it is 4:30. It is time for a beautiful gem in our studios from Dr. Suoane Msomi in Legelele. Enjoy the beautiful gem.
Something good has come. 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 Something good has come.
Tekelele by Dr. Msomi. Beautiful gem right there. Thanks for the beautiful one. Hopefully you enjoy this beautiful song. And still hitting to the hour of 5 o'clock. Right, today it is Thursday, and I felt that today we should talk about our benefits and our reasons of listening to our parents. We know when we grow up as a young, they used to tell us about this. Listen to your parents. You gotta be blessed. You gotta have more days enjoying your life. You see, so and it is very important to listen to our parents. First and first, they love us. You know, we need to just know that with man. Parents love us more and more than we think. So we need to try and make sure as long as cash we listen to them and we give them a respect that they need. Yeah. So this is the way to go as far as I see over our benefits. There are lots. There are lots, but we gotta check on other one. There's no way to give all the best tanda. Basinikeze ithuba lokuphila ngoba bakhethe best tanda. Other than that, you know ukuthi umzali usuke ne choice to keep you alive or sometimes to kill you. But the truth is, yeah, they really love us and they really care about us. Yeah. So we really need ukuthi sibanikeze le nhlonipho abayidingayo asonke isikhathi. So today we gotta have ama 7 reasons ukuthi ke why sibahloniphe abazali bethu ezibona besinikeza uthando ukuthi basinikeze i-opportunity ukuthi sibe semhlabeni. Others have some other questions ukuthi hayi how come funeke ngibahloniphile, but we gotta give you information abalulekile la and you will be so blessed ngawo ngoba into ongayinakile ukuthi ayibo kahle lento yena umzali mayengikhuza kuyona usekufanele sangikhuza kuyona ngoba vele yes esinto futhi ngesibadide abazali bethu umzali because ukhulile wabanga ngawo. So if you're starting something ehlukile, then they will tell you ukuthi lo lento ayenzayo lo nami ngenza kanje esikhathi nami ngikhule. So yonke indlela esihambayo bona bayihambile. So those are the reasons ukuthi man, sit down with yourself and enjoy ukunakwa ubona ukulandelwa yabo ukuthi cha no kanjani. I will just choose to listen to my parents, stop listening to your friends yabo. If maybe there's some other question because we have we have our questions amaningi ubuza ukuthi why lokhu kwenziwa. So sometimes you don't have to ask some questions, just have to follow utetshelwa yona. But ke ithubuza ufuna izathu ube uqhubeka wenza because they have their own reasons. Ama-reasons amele basemncane ufuna kwazisa umdala ukuthi awu lento eshula ukuthi amanye uyayibona usuphathi uthi no, there isn't why mama why just let on just because I want to let. But today we can check on 7 reasons to listen to your parent, and we'll be so beautiful and we'll be so grateful after Suoane. This 7 one. There was a ton of there are tons of reasons to listen to your parents, but since teens are pretty rebellious by nature, this may be bit difficult to recognize local. So that's ukuthi ke mawubuka iminyaka enginayo neminyaka onayo nawe lalela ngihleka abantu abancane abanye abantu abadala ubona ukuthi nanginekanye ubala nje la bafuna bengalalela but ke uyabona base kushaya induku. So there's some the table of content here ukuthi izinto kumele okufuneka uzazi noma izinto ezinika reason ukuthi why should you listen to your parent. First thing first, they were teens once. So bakaba abantu abasha ngaphambili. Yonke indlela umuntu omusha bayayazi. Secondly, they care about you. They really love you. They can't just give birth for someone who doesn't love. Number 3, our perspectives, you know. And also, other thing, ukuthi-ke avoid discipline. Number 5, keep your relationship strong. Number 6, less regrets. Number 7, build trust. Start number 1. There were teens once. So, for some of the most convincing reasons to listen to your parents, it's simply the fact that your parents, that's right, you're uptight, ancient, overprotective parents were teens once too. So they did or watch their friends do all of the things that they won't let you do now. So you can know their rules comes from a knowledge source. So no one is born old. And your parents really do know what it's like to be in your shoes. They just also happen to know better. Money experience. That's a good one. You can't buy an experience from butchery, but you need to experience something so that you will have an experience. But when an experienced person comes and gives you advice, because when experience, I think it's good to just take some advice. To regret. So they've been there. They've been our teenage. They've been tempted. Bayazindlela ukuthi nabakhula kunesifo esithile noma kuyindlela ethile yokudestroyeka. Yabo, like mina nje ngikhule kakhulu ukukhulelwa kuseyihlazo if you are pregnant, especially at school. Buxoshwa kuthiwa no, you must be fired at school because they're teaching ingane encane ukuthi izenze into yenzayo. Yabo, kuxoshwa esikoleni ungafundi indawo. Yabo, ngikhulela mina umuntu onengane engavumeli esikoleni. You see? If ubuyela esikoleni unomntwana, bekunzima. Unomntwana. Yabo, kube i-issue ukuthi ubuyele esikoleni. But this time around izinto zenzeka. Umuntu ayikhulele esikoleni aqhubeke futhi nempilo. It can't fight with those ones. Sasho ukuthi-ke qala uyabona abantu abadala ukuthi lento yayibalimaza bathi bona. So they don't want it ukuthi nawe uyithole. Ngoba bona nabo bayadlula kuyona. Abaye ba-expect bayibone ukuthi this thing umuntu wenze kanje uvibeka la. You see? Number 2, they care about you. So even when your parents grounds you and disciplines you, they generally care about you. Because of that, you should listen to them, and they have your best interest at heart. Nothing they do is to sabotage you like you might think. So every rule they establish is to keep you safe and happy. So keep that in mind next time you find yourself ignoring them. Are you alone? Yeah, it's so cool. They love us. They really care about us. Sometimes we feel ngathi basivela kakhulu or basinikeza kakhulu ama-rules funa siwagcine nama-procedures ekhaya, but at the end of the day it's all about saving us. Yabo iyavuka lento ukuthi mama uyangithanda yazi, mama wakaba lapha. So we need that one ukuthi ungakhohlwa ukuthi-ke yonke lento eyenzakalayo ngoba kusuka enhliziyweni ngoba bekubekela ama-rules. Ngize ngifanisa nomgwaqo ukuthi yazi emgwaqeni kunama-rules and signs. Onke ama-rules nama-signs akwemgwaqeni, it's just a process to drive ukuthi engalimali. But thina siphula wona ngqo. Kufana ukuthi wena uyatshela ukuthi kunomlilo ngaphambili, but when you're straight emlilweni. Sesifuna abantu besesha ama-boom. That's a boom, but utsheliwe ngale ukuthi there's a boom ahead. That's why umuntu uhambile othenga learners like a bread. You went and buy your learners like a bread. You come on the road, you can't even read the signs. And then with that, I'm saying they're there to protect yourself and others. What I would want to know. Maybe sign now, yes. So, very important. Very important. Perspective. So parents can provide your life with a great outside perspective. So they are not influenced by the latest gossip on campus, not by the hottest trend in the media, you are influenced by. So your parents have the ability to see the whole picture. So before you slam the door in your mom's face, hear what she has to say. She might just have advice you need. You know, abazali bethu, there is a connection between kubuthi si gene yabo. So there is a connection. I remember nje umfowethu ehlaselwe endlini yakhe eselindelana. Hlaselwa walimala the whole night. Sehla siyenyuka esibhedlela sihambisa simam sesibhedlela ubusuku bonke. So then mom was calling, "Hey guys, are you good?" Hey, good, ma. Ethi uthi ngolanga sekusuku. Bengalaleki nje kahle ngathi khona into wrong biyenzani, right? Sithi hayi no solo ngelela abantu endlini. So bamfoshozela bamfunda angayazi bamlimaza. Yabo lo connection ukuthi whatever you're going through, but your mom can feel it because mom yakuzwala, yabo. So ni connection nokwazi nomzali. So ngakushela ukuthi there's something that's engahambi kahle na kuwena kwenzakalani tshela umama, yabo, or else kunikeze answer lo uyidingayo ukuthi ungeke ngathi wena azodinga nje ukuthi ushaye umoya wabona ukuthi unenkinga kuhlangahlangene ekhaya because uyayifila, it's a part of them abadlala empilweni yethu. So number 4, avoid discipline. So okay, let's be honest, this is really the greatest part of listening to your parents. So when you listen to your parents, you can avoid discipline. Even though listening to them might mean not doing everything your friends are doing, you will still have more freedom than you would if you disobey and got grounded. That's so simple. Just because you listen, it's easy for you. And if you are a listening child, it's very easy to see reward, benefit, because there's a lot of benefit in that one. And also, again, number 5, keep your relationship strong. So it may not seem like it now, but your relationship with your parents will likely end up being one of the best. So most important one, you from over the course of your life, because of this, you want to keep your relationship strong and positive. So adolescence has many turning points in everything, in everyone's life, which means more things will change than stay the same. You have to be an active player in your life if you want to maintain stability within all of your relationships, including the one with your parents. Number 6, less regret. So when you are obeying and listening to your parents, you don't really have to option to make bad decisions. So naturally, you will slip up and do things you will regret in the same day. But it would be the high school if went for those moments. However, you will regret less later on if you listen to your parents and spend more time studying that party. Hey, my daughter, very, very important. And continue to the last one, because that's here, build trust. So when you're listening to your parents, we are building the trust. Eventually, your parents will give you more freedom if you listen to them. Yes, I agree. They will trust your judgment and build a trustful relationship between you and them. Yebo. So when your parents put more faith in you, you will be allowed to become more independent without sneaking around, breaking their rules. Can you imagine? And ignoring them without their knowledge. So listening to your parents is tough, but it is definitely worth it. So by the end of high school, you will be grateful that you are listening to their superior judgment and honored the people who brought you into the world. So, why do you think it is important to listen to a parent? Consider yourself. We booze now. So we are 10 minutes away from our show, as we are going to make sure we wrap up our show at 5 o'clock. So having said that, so we are again the word of today as we begin again September way too, as we can put a kumbo to the Kuba Gentelo that was a Msomi there lapha 8. Yeah, ukuba ngilalele ubukele ku Facebook Msomi Ministries for YouTube Msomi, so it's going to be easy for you ukuthi catch it and make sure ukuthi uthola imfundiso ezintsha necabanga nje ngokuhlukile lokubaluleke kakhulu. So lapha the word of today bese ukuthi siphathele izwi elithini namhlanje. Esibone ukuthi uNkulunkulu uthini kithi before sivalushela namhlanje. Today we are reading from the 2 Corinthians 1 verse 4. He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. So, the Lord is your great comforter. He is one who can console, ease, and give you hope when you face hardship. When we discover He is comfort, we know how to give comfort. Then the Lord uses that we go through so that we can be a comfort to others. So, the time you are going through a situation and when God comforts you, then you learn how to comfort other people because you've been through. So unlike umuntu has an experience to go through, then you feel like, no, if you query is on the mode, when you ask them to help you with a spare wheel or to take it to garage to put a spare wheel on us, no, like they don't like to help you. They don't even to push your car to kickstart. The most like, why do you want us to push your car? Go and fix your starter. Where did you, what did you do with the money of your starter? Go and fix your starter, because they've never been in this situation, most of them. But once they have that thing called the experience of getting, which will be hard, I would start like, hey, guys, I know the situation of Kunilo, so let's just go to the guy and try to see which comes to them. Because we have to be from shelter situation again. They go there and ask, how can we help you? Because they've been in the situation before. So now they are learning to comfort one another. Because if we never ever had a situation needing to comfort, we don't know how to comfort other people. You see? So, it doesn't matter how big is it or how small is it, but by any chance you got a time whereby you need to get the comfort from Ngulungulu. Then you get the comfort and you feel like, this is it. God can comfort me, then you can be able to comfort other people as well. So God comfort can come in a different way. Can come with someone to help you on the way. Then you can help. You see? It can come with a solution in your head. Then it's the comfortness, because you need solution if you're facing problems. So as you can say, we keep on doing it. Keep on doing it, and listen to the word of God. We are reading from the 2 Corinthians. He comforts us in all our troubles, so that you can comfort others. So if you experience that, when someone needs comfort, go there and reference the Ngulungulu. Okay, and tell about I know God sent me to help you here. So you are being helped because God taught me I need to comfort other people. Say uba shy when uNkulunkulu ekunikeza ukuthi iba solution or iba comfort to a certain situation. Just go there and do no. When they are trying to praise you, we thank you, Lord. We thank you, for what you've done for us. We thank you very much. Like I'd be like, no, just thank God. God sent me to come in and rescue you. So as today I'm helping you, it's because God told me you need help. no matter what, but you need help. So please make sure that you are the one who is doing that one in the right way. As the very much important to do that. Yeah, because we wish this month can be a very grateful month, and also now and help other people. We know abantu as we yamasiko kubalekile ukuthi si perform la nto ethi ubuntu sidumela abantu abanothando, abantu abanobuntu, abantu abazolanayo, abantu nje mina ngikhule esidlele sina solo sinomfowethu. And I was like, why izitshela ekhaya zingaka kodwa basiphakela esene sodwa apha until kufikela khona kungasadleki mina umfowethu manje ngekho. Time mbodla you can eat umuntu wafu umshela umfowethu. I was like, no, I can't eat alone. I need to go to brother because I need to suit. So now you know that they build up me, and they build up with you. I'm not very good part of my zone. I must make sure with if I'm living in share. Find out with my would learn a fake or else I would learn echo. So they build with what things are band over. Let the go. Don't afford it. Oh, let the iPhone do it. Who was share. Because the Mundo had done a band can't go hard to share. Umundo was to share. Umundo has done share a sort of no moon. As in other women, there is my figure who probably would have named mobile when I could in a liot, it could a diode, and I was with an gun. So we as Zulus, the fact that from this wood and they were teaching us with it. You need to was share, need to ban boot, need to would not pay to Ugula, only moon to go nothing at least. Never wood is not an issue. Wood is not something that is very important. It's something like you just eat. So we need to be the little point there over time, man. So the wound is Amazulu. In this to me now, the Ubuntu, Utando, Uvigela, Unagelana, Uba Nozuelo, don't leo into it in a bantu Amazulu. Is it when you are meeting a Zulu person, you'll feel free. You'll feel just free. They are protecting, they are loving, they are so good to keep on smiling. If you love us, we love you more. If you hate us, we forgive you. If you're going to follow history and stuff, because you're still with forgiveness, it's a very, very important thing. So we need to perform all those things again. Happy Heritage Day. South Africa is going to be on 23 September. And yeah, be proud of what is your own Zulu. We can't okiona. Catching not the go where the catching is Vaka. You know, we look Lumba, I miss some Kuluma, who was what the celebrity is the demo was to team. And I Zaka is all strange. Yabo, couldn't a second pair. I used to say, it's about to know. We are still this. It's a Zulu. Yes, what I mean, I'm not some good Sagi and Akulangas, never the loot. Because William Lesa Zulu, no nearly. I think if it is no nearly, you can speak. It's a Zulu in a different way. What a Ubushinda Yoto. Yabo. So, what is a mighty Muntu? Gamba man, Mangashu, Gamba man can say, our Shabbat. I was sharp at way. No matter how say me to you, or as you can say, poor. The poor motive our power load Ubulan and was a Kuruma Bandu, the Shaman and Columbus of Belan. So the mention was poor. So they should tell the Kuma man. So, she's no little say to so glowing Glenia, I get this acting as Kuzuji. And I'm not the same land. Just have a little land. Of no need. Yeah. We're 2 minutes away, so we're gonna say shout out to Dogozo in our studios. As my clan producer today, I was doing this show here in Inanda, Kobaba. The show, of which is so beautiful with the 7 Makaya, saving the enemy for me. It's got some years with this Baba, maybe music. This month I was very busy today. ngilungisa indaba ey'nto ufike ngiyilungise and bekumsebenzi wamandla. And thanks to my father and my mother as well to teach me ukwenza umsebenzi wezandla as indoda. Kubalulekile ukuthi uma uwumuntu oyindoda ukwazi ukuthinta izinto ngezandla, ukwazi ukusebenzisa izandla ukuthintathinta. Hawu, umfana omunye izandla kafuneki bakithi. Ukwazi ubaba ngesisando, abambe isando uyayishaya. You see? Yes, qala sonke lapho uyishayeni ukuze ubone ukuthi lento lena kahle kahle kufuneka uyenze kanje ukuze ungayilimazi. So I'm so grateful. Thanks to us in our studios and also sifuna ingoma emnandi. Ithiwe ihantokozo uzoyiza futhi ukushonzeleni untokozo. Beautiful gem, and have a beautiful evening. Enjoy your day to the fullest and continue to respect your parents because there's a lot of benefit of listening to your parents. Goodbye. Have a blessed day.
Ngingashonaphi mangisuke